So I'm here with Susie, aka Vanessa Dundon, or maybe it's the other way around. What do you prefer?
I prefer to be called Susie.
Yeah?
Susie Desva. Lady Susie going to war.
So, where'd you get that from?
San Desva I got from Navajo times actually when they came down. San means lady, Desva means going to war. So that's where I got my name from.
Cool.
San Desva.
So obviously, I think a couple of people have heard about what happened with your eye. I've been out on the front lines. I was out on the front lines that night. I seen people shot with rubber bullets, execution style, and even before that, maced, pepper sprayed, and those water cannons were going 5 to 6 hours. It was utterly brutal. Do you want to describe your experience on that?
Unfortunately, I did not experience all of what everybody else did. It broke my heart to even hear on the ambulance ride in to man down crews calling out for backup, calling out on the overcom for backup, for any officers from any area to respond. It broke my heart because I couldn't be there with my brothers and sisters. But they took out the information hub. They took out the dispatch right away. Within the first half an hour I was there, I was already taken out. Left myself vulnerable, helping a woman, to aid a woman that yelled for help.
Well, maybe actually, before we even get to that, because there's a lot of people that might not understand exactly what it means to be out on the front lines. What exactly is your position, and what does that entail?
I'm a Kichita. I'm a warrior. Our Ochechi Shikoi Kichita is the Ochechi Shikoi security warrior team. We're frontliners. I'm also dispatched though. Like I'm not the one that's just gonna be standing on the front lines. Yes, I will be there to tell you to go back or to pull you back if you're a woman. But I'm also there as dispatch to make sure that I observe a lot and that I send the message and I send whoever's needed to wear or whatever items that we might need to the front lines.
So are you a medic in any capacity?
I'm not, even though I am a non-emergency driver. I am American Heart certified and I do have my CNA, but I am not a medic. I am dispatch. I am a Kichita. I am information for the security team.
And I guess I'm trying to convey to people, if they haven't seen it, there's big barbed wire or razor wire fences, and they go for, I don't know, maybe a football field long. Behind that, they got the MRAPs. Do you want to describe just in detail what the scene is like so people can imagine what it's like being there?
It's terrible. The barbed wires and stuff doesn't bother me, but the fact that they're holding in our buffalo and keeping our buffalo trapped within this barbed wire, that's what bothers me. But yes, it's just horrible. Like I'm sure if you guys look up what's going on in here enough, you'll see what's being done to us is unacceptable. As United States citizens, as an American, as just a human being, it's wrong. That's why I came up here a long time ago. That's why I was like, what the fuck is going on with our government? What is going on with our government for these people to get bitten by dogs back in the September incident?
Is that what inspired you to come?
Yes, the little girl picture being eaten by a dog, but which I found out later that was false. When I got to camp, I asked about it. They told me it was a false picture, but it still brought me up here. And despite that was being a false picture, there was so many other stories that did happen that were wrong, and that's why I came up here, because our system's broken, and our system's broken in so many ways, not even only that way, but as our healthcare, as you can see, I'll never see again because I was unable to access the healthcare that I need through my IHS Navajo and through Arizona Medicaid to work with the people up here in North Dakota and in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
So can, if you will, and maybe everyone can duck as you go through, we're in the process of live stream, but that's okay. So can you describe, actually, in detail, when it hit you, what are the events leading up to that?
As they were pulling the second truck away, a woman yelled for help, so I go to reach to help for her, and I hear the cannons go off. So as I go to reach to help for her, she's pretty far away, maybe 6 feet away. I hear the cannons go off, and so I look up, which is wrong. I should never look up. When you hear the cannons go off, you're supposed to tuck down because you don't know where they're going. But I was so close to the front lines, maybe 15 feet in front of this cannon. I figured this was going to go over my head, shoot 50, 100 feet. No, it didn't. I took 5 or 6, I'm not too sure how many in my what I remember on flames towards my head when I took that
It's a
one.
flaming can.
Yeah, there was like 5 or 6 of those little tear gas cans.
It's clearly in violation of the Geneva Convention, clearly a war crime,
Yeah.
clearly sadistic by anyone's measure. And beside that, obviously, the rubber bullets and all the other things.
Yeah, as I turned around and they shot me with a rubber bullet in the back of my leg, my upper buttock, my upper thigh, my
really?
lower, yeah, they shot me right here. As I turned around to run, they shot me here with a rubber bullet after I already took a tear gas canister to my face, which they purposely aimed towards me. We have witnesses to this. Our government, I don't understand. Like when I first came up here, it was to try to understand and try to be like, where the fuck is our government? Why are they not stepping in? Why is there not somebody here to say enough is enough? This is done. Let this, and it just breaks my heart that I have to go this far and to lose my vision. But I wouldn't change the past. I wouldn't change the past for anything. Everything's meant to be. Everything happens for a reason. And
Do you want to explain what happened and why the medical treatment was slow to come to you?
There's just so many IHS Navajo and Arizona Medicaid, the people up here, they just wouldn't accept it. By the time they did accept it, after I had to like have my mom call or me call or my cousin Cherie call, like multiple times trying to get them to work through, then we would call back to the patient's coordinator back at home, and they'd be like, oh, well, they didn't even try to call. They didn't even try to accept your Medicaid or your IHS, which I don't understand, and that's what I keep telling them. But then they're on the other hand saying, oh no, they talked to our business office. They talked to our business office. So I don't know who right now is in the wrong on either side, but all I know that is wrong is that our system's broken for healthcare for Native Americans. Those are also treaties. Those are treaties that we need to honor, as well as just our treaty lands, our treaties for our health insurance, and even state health insurance. My Arizona Medicaid was not good enough, and that's broken our system despite the fact that I'm Native American. But our IHS plan, which is guaranteed, under these treaties of these lands that they've taken from my people. I am Diné, I am Navajo, I'm a very proud Navajo woman, and it wasn't good enough. I don't understand that.
I remember hearing the news about it, and everyone knew you as Susie, and so finding information seemed to be difficult. And I'd spoken with Dee Banerjee a number of times, and she was freaking out about it.
I love Dee Dee.
She was really upset, and then she had said that Mike from Lakota Trucking had been back and forth a couple of times, and the GoFundMe was at, I don't know, maybe around $1,000. I'm like, both of us, we were just brainstorming on it. And I said, you know what? Live stream is so important. So we ran all around the casino hotel and just gathering up all the journalists just to live stream all at once.
Thank you.
Of course, no, it's the least I could do. I didn't come here to tell you all that, but so I mean, to get the message out there, that's partly why I want to do this live stream. And I think, maybe some people think that it's not good to be public, but you need that money. You need that money for your eye, for your kids.
Now that I'll never see again, I'm gonna have to get looking into eye transplant, which I have no access to my GoFundMe right now because I have no ID that was taken at North Camp. But my GoFundMe by Vanessa Dender by Cherie Lynn Solomon is totally legit. It's ran by my cousin. The reason I had her open it was because I knew I had no ID. But the fact that she put for Vanessa Dender by Cherie Lynn Solomon and the amount has gone so high, GoFundMe is requiring that I have an ID. So now I'm gonna have to somehow make my way back home to Arizona to get a duplicate ID, which just makes everything so much harder. And the fact that I'm not supposed to be traveling like with elevation changes, but I'm just gonna have to embrace that. It's gonna be a long trip home. I'm gonna have to maybe take 4 or 5 hours per day. It might take me a week to get there, but I
think we'll find a way. We should be able to. Maybe we can set up a different GoFundMe just for your travel.
Right.
Maybe I'll drive you down. I mean, if it comes to that, I'll drive you down.
Well,
if we can't find a way to get you down, I'll drive you down.
Well, I have a driver, Stephen Hansen. And the thing is just about getting funds towards me. You could put a money order to Stephen Hansen, but I would need the reference number and the amount and the name of the person, the correct spelling, sent to me directly until I can access those funds. But those funds, I have so many days before they start sending the money back to everybody that's helped me. So I only have about a week and a half before that starts to happen. So I'm trying to get home to do this.
And how soon do you need more work done on the eye?
Well, I'll never see again. That's pretty much clear. I have less than a 5% chance of ever seeing light again. I was supposed to go to a doctor's appointment today, but I was snowed in with this crazy weather here at the casino and here at Cannonball. So I'm stuck here at the casino. I came up here to actually do a civil rights interview, which I was unable to make. The weather's been so crazy. And also missed my eye appointment. But the fact is I'll never see again. The health of my eyeball and the fact that it's like a big paper cut on it is very important, that the health of my eyeball is okay, which for now I'm okay.
So before you were talking about your kids before we went on camera.
Yes.
How many do you have? And
I have 4 children. My oldest is Adriana. She's 11 years old. I have twins, Juliana and Logan, a boy and a girl. They're 9, and my youngest is Lucas. They're 6. They're at Dilcon boarding school. So if anybody hears this, you know, and if you can, like, soup by, spoil my kids, cause you know, they've seen their pictures of their mother, and I have talked to them, and I've been in communication with them. My mother is the one who's the main caretaker for them right now. But you know what, my children have always been there standing behind me saying, "Go Mom, go. Save the water, Mom. Take lots of pictures, Mom. We love you, Mom. We're so proud of you, Mom." And it's so hard for me to stand here and not be with my children. It's been almost 3 months, but I will see my children very soon. That was the first thing I was going to do with my GoFundMe, was actually get plane tickets to get them sent up here with my mother. But most likely I'm going to end up being down there first, which is good. Christmas is around the corner.
And so you plan to be back for Christmas?
I am trying. It's not healthy for my eye, but if that's what I have to do to get back down there, to get my ID, to get so I can access my GoFundMe, so I can start looking into eye transplants, into eye replacement, which I also have to talk to our medicine men, because our medicine men, I don't know how they're going to feel about me taking another person's eye. I don't know if traditionally I'm allowed to do that. So there's a lot of things I got to do back home.
But it's something you want, obviously.
I would love to see again. Like, I don't know, like maybe losing my eye, it's just, you know, it's hard. It'll be hard for me to drive. It's just something I never thought I would lose, but it's my sacrifice, and I said I would save the mini Wachoni, and if this is what it took to save the mini Wachoni, my grandmother, my great-grandmother would not be here beside me today. They're standing here right now. I don't think that they would lead me in this direction if it wasn't meant to be.
So obviously everyone here is to protect the water. Mini Wachoni means water is life. And I think one of the confusing things for people is understanding what it is that's so bad about oil. You hear, you know, lots of Americans just, oh, it comes out of the ground. It's not a big deal. But, you know, it's like a 1.5% allowance for, you know, spilling on any given day, which means that thousands of oil, which is full of poison. They have to, they put all these chemicals.
And frack oil is just more poisonous than normal, which this is. Frack oil. So,
I mean, what would you say to the people out there to try to make them understand why this cause is so important, why we're all here standing at Standing Rock?
Until you haul your own water every day, you probably will never really grasp the idea of how important water is. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, you know, water, they used to teach me so much about water, saying water's from the earth, Vanessa, it's for everyone. As you know, me hauling water back on my reservation, we don't have electricity, we don't have running water in a lot of our homes. So me hauling water every day is not a problem. But you understand, you know, when you only have that 1 cup of water left and you don't have the gas money to go drive 15, 30 miles to go haul your water, you understand how wasteful some people are in America. And we need to bring that back. We need to bring that back to our roots. Like, you know, oil's not going to last us that long. Like 5 years, I think they said, like 5 years, and then we're like screwed for oil. What's going to happen then? You know, what are you going to do now? What are your children going to do? What are your grandchildren going to do? What are your great-grandchildren that aren't even here yet going to do? So we got to take back our earth, our Mother Earth. We really do. We got to take back our Mother Earth. We got to clean up our country. Not, yes, the uniting of these 500 tribes is so important because from here, despite the fact that they said that we might have won this war, which I don't believe, I believe this is a ploy tactic to try to chase out the veterans that they're so scared of.
Specify to those that don't understand.
Well, they believe that because the Army revoked the permit that we have won this war, which I don't believe. I don't believe this. I believe that it's a ploy tactic. Like, they're still drilling. The lights are still on over there 2 nights in a row since this has happened. Why are the lights on? Why are they still working? You know, they're willing to pay a $50,000 fine every day. They don't care. They're still working.
And so this is the Army Corps of Engineers who's in control of this land, which is disputed land north of the Cannonball River.
Yes.
According to the 1851 treaty, it's Standing Rock land. According to the 1868 treaty, well, you know, the United States government wants to control it. And so this is at the crux of the dispute. Is that right?
And those treaties have no legal bound here because those treaties were given up when our president, when we filed for bankruptcy back in the day, and he gave all those treaties to the UN. Though the treaties are still with the UN, they have nothing to do with our country anymore. And I don't understand why he formed a legal Congress and all of these things happened after that. But those treaties still lie within the UN. When we formed for bankruptcy back in the day, where President Roosevelt did that, we're still under the UN. We are not under the United States of America. We are not under our presidency. We're under the United Nations. And I wish they'd been here before. I've seen them here before. I wish they'd just step in a little bit more and honor those treaties, as well as honoring now, like I said, my stand for healthcare. As Native Americans, our healthcare is just broken. It's wrong that I didn't get the treatment that I needed within 72 hours when others did. When I hate to say this, but Sophia being white, and I'm white also. I'm only half Navajo. I'm half white also. I'm half Scott-Irish. But I still didn't get the equal treatment that Sophia did, that she's still getting. I got shoved out of hospitals. I got pushed out, dizzy, after surgeries, just left alone in the
What does
middle
that feel
of
like
nowhere.
when they're pushing you around and you're not getting the treatment?
You know what? It makes me mad, but it also, I'm too proud as a Native American to let them push me around. Yeah, go ahead. Do that then. Go ahead. Push me out that door. See what happens to you after I walk out that door. So, you know, just breaks my heart that I didn't get the care that I needed with our IHS Navajo and our Arizona Medicaid state insurance. It's just wrong. Being in the United States of America, when you think of United States of America, as the whole world thinks of United States of America, you know, you think it's the opportunity of dreams, the opportunity of healthcare, even opportunity of just so many different things. And to know that me being here, and my circumstances was not good enough for them to get the proper eye care that I needed. It's shameful. You know, I love my country, but I'm ashamed of our government right now.
So obvious. I mean, maybe it's not obvious, but I have personally experienced the lawlessness of the DAPL mercenaries and Morton County Sheriff Department. I was tackled by DAPL guys. I was alone. Beaten up, hog-tied, got my head cracked open, had a big cut on my forehead for a while. And then a sheriff came up. He was wearing a sheriff's badge and also a badge that said his name, Chad Kaiser. It was a DAPL badge. And so we could see that it's not just that they're turn on video if oh wait, we're back on.
We're back on.
We're good.
Yay.
All right, yay, all right. So we were talking about DAPL workers and their cruelty and Morton County Sheriff's Department. Sorry for the interruption there, folks. If there's anything that you could say to the police department here, what would it be?
To pray for yourselves, to pray for what you have done, what have you. It's just unremarkable, these things. You know, you're a human being. You are a human being.
So where we were? Oh, we're back on. So let's just try to quickly wrap it up. You know, while we still have the final signal. Okay. Obviously, you've gone through a lot of struggles. There's you know, the eye, you'll never see out of it again. How can people help you out financially or otherwise?
You can go to my GoFundMe for Vanessa Dundon by Cherie Lynn Solomon. Also, you could send me a money order if you send me the reference number, your name spelled correctly, to my driver, Steven Hansen. There's my driver. You want to show my driver? You want to tell everybody? Yeah, he's such a sweetie. He's been taking care of me since this whole thing's happened in Minneapolis. But directly I need cash. So if you do send me cash, I need your name, the reference number, and where you sent it from. And to Steven Hansen.
And theoretically, anyone you know who knows me can contact me, and I will do my best to get it into her hands as quickly as possible. So I just want to thank you very much.
Thank
and,
you.
And God be with you, and may the Creator be with you, and all of those. Okay, thanks everyone.
Bye.